Sophie Turner, best known for her iconic role as Sansa Stark in the groundbreaking HBO series Game of Thrones, recently shared some candid and surprising reflections on the life lessons she gleaned from working on the show. Speaking on the Popular Dish podcast, the 29-year-old actress opened up about her unique journey throughout the 9 years she spent filming the fantasy epic, a journey that shaped her not just as an actress but as a person. Reflecting on nearly a decade spent immersed in the medieval and magical world of Westeros, Sophie remarked, "Everything I learned from Game of Thrones, and a bit from my parents." Her comment highlights how this formative period was as much a personal education as it was a professional one. Starting from a young age, Sophie was thrust into the high-pressure environment of a global television phenomenon. The show, known for its sprawling cast, complex storylines, and often brutal narrative turns, became a backdrop for her growth both on and off camera. Despite her integral role, Sophie admits that she has never been comfortable watching herself on screen. Basically, it's warring families fighting for the throne. There are dragons, and that's about it really, she said somewhat humorously, glossing over the massive scale and impact of the series. But behind the lightheartedness lies a deeper struggle. She finds it horrible to watch her own performances, an experience that plunges her into a bout of depression. This is a feeling many actors share, as the vulnerability of seeing themselves so publicly displayed can be daunting. It's a raw and honest glimpse into the personal challenges she faced even amidst her fame. What makes Sophie's story particularly compelling is that unlike many actors of her caliber, she never underwent proper formal training. Instead, she views her time on Game of Thrones as the best acting class she could have asked for. Surrounded by a stellar ensemble cast, she learned through observation, practice, and collaboration with seasoned professionals. She even likened landing the role to winning a competition, a testament to the highly competitive nature of acting and the incredible opportunity the show provided her. This hands-on experience in such a prestigious project helped her develop skills that traditional classroom training might not have been able to teach. Sophie also fondly recalled the camaraderie among the cast members. "We all were a family," she said, emphasizing the strong bonds that developed over years of working together through long shoots, intense scenes, and the emotional roller coaster of the series' dramatic arcs. These relationships helped soften the impact of the intense and often traumatic scenes she had to portray, providing emotional support that many young actors might not receive in such high-stakes environments. One of the more light-hearted yet striking revelations Sophie made was about how the show served as a kind of unconventional education in sex and intimacy. Giving Game of Thrones' reputation for its graphic and explicit content, from passionate love scenes to brutal sexual violence, Sophie joked that she definitely got her sex education from that show. More than enough. This comment illustrates how her experience on set was far from typical, blending professional growth with life lessons that extended beyond the realm of acting. The Game of Thrones saga, based on George R.R. Martin's book series, is renowned for pushing boundaries in television storytelling, and Sophie's reflections reveal the human side behind the spectacle. While the dragons, battles, and political intrigues captured audiences worldwide, the actors themselves faced personal challenges, growth, and moments of joy behind the scenes. For Sophie, the experience was transformative, laying the groundwork for her future endeavors in film and television. Following the end of Game of Thrones, Sophie Turner continued to expand her career, starring in major films such as Dark Phoenix and engaging in various other creative projects. But it's clear that her years on the show remain a defining chapter in her life. Despite the difficulties of watching herself perform, the lessons she absorbed and the connections she forged continue to influence her both professionally and personally. Her honesty about the pressures of fame, the emotional toll of self-scrutiny, and the unique education she received from working with some of the best actors in the industry provides an inspiring story for anyone pursuing a career in the arts. Sophie Turner's journey reminds us that behind every famous face is a person learning, growing, and sometimes struggling, much like everyone else. In the end, Sophie's takeaways from Game of Thrones extend far beyond dragons and battles. They are lessons about resilience, family, self-acceptance, and the unexpected ways that life can teach us through the roles we play, both on screen and off. Whether or not she ever watches herself again, the imprint of those 9 years will undoubtedly stay with her forever.